We're live, buddy. We're live. But hey, but you
Hey!
know what?
I'm
Let's
sorry, I
let's
thought
do
we
a
were going to do a
countdown. Let's
countdown,
do a
Ali.
countdown timer. Look how international we are. Australia in the house. Kim was supposed to come on. We saw him. He's out. And you know what, Fabio? This is gonna be a hell of a show. And honestly, if nobody else joins, this is gonna be great because I got a lot of problem with you. The way you've been acting on our club,
Me, me.
yeah, you bagel boy. We're- and look, to all everybody watching, yes, you know what? Do I have a problem? I'm drinking. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. It's Sunday. It's a long weekend. Now we got the forest fires outside. I can't even go take my walk, my daily walk. But guys, this therapy session. And to Gunardi, he joined the Patreon. Gunardi, thank you for joining. Check your messages if you want to join the shenanigans on the MWP group. It's been heavy. It's been heavy the last couple of days, and I've been listening to you and Gio. I've been listening to all the reports and articles, and I wanted to say this, and I want you to let me talk, Fabio. I want to let me talk, and
I'll even turn my mic off.
oh, guys, I've been holding this in for a while, and I want to take the time today to talk about it.
That can cause a lot of indigestion. That's all I'm saying.
A lot of indigestion. So, Maldini getting fired, letting go in Tonali, even though it's not official, whatever. Listening to and reading what everybody's reading. Here's where I stand. I've never defended the Maldini sacking. I've tried to justify the sacking. And I want you guys to think what I'm about to say here. Let's pretend it was not Tonali and it was Benacer. We would not be having this discussion right now because everybody would have been happy we got 80 million for a guy like Benny. Now, where does the problem lie? Tonali is na bandiera. Okay. And again, guys, my arguments have nothing to do with I'm okay. This is good for the club. Just like that guy on Twitter says, we've diminished the quality of the club getting rid of Tonali. Okay, let me check on my new smartwatch. June 25th. We still have another month to go, so we'll judge at the end of the mercato. Tonali, when it was at Brescia, had given his okay to Inter. Because what? Because he made a decision that was good for him and his family in Brescia. Not a problem to believe that. And Milan came up and picked him up. Now, from everything that I've been reading, why is it so hard? Why is it so hard to believe that, Fabio, can you agree with me that Tonali was not on the transfer market? Can you agree with me with that?
Yeah, no, Tonali should have never been even involved.
No. But you agree with me that he was not put on the market. You agree with me?
No, I think Newcastle came, offered an
Perfect.
amount,
Perfect.
and they
Let's stop there.
immediately said
Let's
yes.
stop. Let's stop. No. Let's stop there. Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember when the first articles came out? 50 million for Tonali, and everybody was laughing. Clickbait, whatever. 50 million, and some people even answered, "Give me 80, and maybe I'll consider it." So what I'm trying to say to everybody out there is that if the story is true, that Newcastle came a knocking, 50 million, yeah, get out of here. They come back up at 70. Now, as a corporation and a company, right? 70? Let's go talk to Tonali. No, wait. I want you to keep on I want you to keep on thinking if this was Benacer.
But it's not Benacer!
Listen, let me finish. So the decision he made at Brescia was for his own benefit, his family, and for Brescia. He gets an offer of 70. Hey, Tonali, by the way, these guys are offering you 4 times your salary, and now they're going to go up to 80 million, right? Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard to consider that this person went through this thinking? I'm not believing that he cried and this and that. Now, him with Maldini.
Oh, all right. How long do I have to sit quiet?
Let me finish. Let me fucking finish.
All right, Doc.
This is my show. Now, for him to get back into his thoughts at Brescia, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for Milan. I'm doing this for Brescia because they're getting money. And Maldini's out, so it's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt as much, right? Dr. Yusuf is in the house. I'm giving my thoughts. Hold on a second. So now, am I pissed off Tonali left?
I can't hear you guys.
Oh, you got to turn on the camera, Yusuf. You
turn on the camera and turn your phone sideways.
And you're too skinny. You lost too much weight. We can't.
I can't hear you guys. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
We hear you. We hear you.
I can't hear a word. Anyways, I'm just jumping on for like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Whoever stays. Whoever goes. Okay. So, I mean, I'm not that sad about Tonali. Actually, I'm a little bit sad about Tonali. But, 80 million is a great amount of money. And, but let's hope that those cheap bastards would spend on. Okay.
Spend.
And with regard to
we
Thuram,
go to the supermarket.
I mean, this guy's numbers are not that impressive anyway. And I still believe in Drew. So 4th place for next year, maybe. Anyways, guys, I can't hear a single word. Just thought of jumping on.
Oh, my
I miss
God.
you guys. And Forza Milan. Take care.
Bye-bye. Forza Milan, man.
Yusuf from, what a guy, Dr. Yusuf.
Dr. Yusuf. I think he's in Kuwait, right?
No, he's in, yeah, he is in Kuwait. He is in Kuwait. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you,
what
Yusuf,
I was trying to get at is that
Vinny,
I'm not Fabio, let me fucking finish.
All right.
I've been holding this in all fucking week.
You just got to sit down.
I'm not happy Maldini left. I'm not happy Tonali left. But once again, for people to talk about that this is the end of Milan, e la bandiera. And guys, for me, la bandiera, excuse me, this is my opinion. La bandiera is a Franco Baresi that went to Serie B twice and renounced the offers from the Juves. Now, bandiera to me is a Maldini that refused the offers of Chelsea to make more money. That's a bandiera. And for me, Tonali, I'm happy for him. I'm very happy for him. And for me, I go back to the decision is that what are we going to do with this 80 million? You guys want to complain, right? Complain all you want. The results will dictate. And on a side note, right? You want to talk about, oh, but look at Thuram. Look what happened. Excuse me, guys. People saying that Maldini would have signed Thuram. Did Maldini take 4 weeks to sign fucking CDK? Botman. Does nobody remember Botman? Guys, I'm going with facts here, right? And I'm not trying to justify. I'm not saying that this is a great plan. And again, you guys want to talk about Cardinale? This is Cardinale's fault. All right. Let me ask you this back. What is Cardinale's main objective?
To ruin this club.
Shh. What is Cardinale's main objective? To make money?
To make money.
Fantastic. Okay, so let me ask you this. To make money for a Serie A club, other than selling players, where is the main source of income for a Serie A club? Is it not Champions League? Thank you. So you guys are going to tell me that Jerry's plan, he gets into the office every morning, gets onto the computer, and his goal is to demolish Milan? No.
That's exactly it.
No.
The evidence would prove contrary.
How
Okay?
can you say evidence is proof? We're fucking June 25th, guys.
What has he done? Since you've seen Jerry Cardinale. All right, let me get into this now.
There's another month. Okay, let me ask you this. If this 80 million, and I actually have no problem with that transfer, other than, you know what, he's not bandiera. Did he not say yes to Inter when he was at, and good for him because he was thinking about himself. Tonali, I love him.
Because he was offered.
Let me fucking talk. Bagel boy. My God. Let me fucking
talk. No, I'm gonna shred it all apart like cheese. Go ahead, get through it, because I'm gonna cut it up.
You're gonna fucking cut it up?
Throw it out.
This is not no way, shape, or form that I'm saying that this is a good move for the club. I cannot say this is a good move for the club until I see results. So if in a dream world we get Fratesi and SMS with this money, which is probably not going to happen, but if we did, people are going to tell me that is not improving the team. People are going to tell me that this is not.
We can't answer that either.
Tonali had the right.
Are we going to get
no.
SMS?
Would I say no? Would I say no to 4 times my salary?
No, but that's different. Vincenzo, can I please? All right. There's a couple of things I need to cut apart. All right, Davey, hold your breath here, because I'm going to go for a minute. All right. One, Tonali, you're blaming him because Inter came originally first.
Why are you saying blaming? I didn't blame anybody.
His allegiances are not to Milan because he would have went to Inter at some point. When you're a young professional.
Mouth, Fabio.
But that's what you said.
Did I say blame? I'm not blaming.
Okay, all right. What's the exact term you use? You implied. Okay, you implied.
No.
That something had something to do.
Tonali. I said.
I'm gonna play the mediator over here. When Vinny said, "Did you not say yes to Inter?" That's exactly what he said. He did not blame. He said, "Did he not?"
Okay. So because, excuse me, you're right.
You know what I blame Tonali for?
Because he said yes to being offered a contract at one of the biggest teams in the country that he grew up in. Yes, it's against his rival, but he's a young kid. You're at this point, you're trying to get to the top whatever way you can. You take an offer from Milan, you do so bad the first year that you come back, and to stay on the club that you love, you say, I'll restructure my deal. Like, whatever we can do to make this process continue on, please don't loan me back. And he provides a stellar season, like most players who are in the contract part of their salary of their contract, where they need to perform to ensure their future. He comes through and he looks great. Now, right? Tonali, and the report is, guys, and I'm not taking emotion out of it, and it's not Benacer. Benacer I could understand, but Benacer's hurt, right? We know that going in. So what you've done, and this is, again, my overall Jerry's fault, all right? Jerry is at fault, because you know what? Since you've seen him, because you haven't seen him in a long time, I'm going to keep the F's out. My father told me, calm down. I'm trying, Pop. I'm trying. I know my papa's watching. But listen, this guy, since you've seen him, right? You didn't see him before May. All of a sudden, like the last game, 2 games, he showed up. Oh, Cardinale's back. As soon as he showed up, he destabilized the entire project. And listen, we're not looking at this, we're always going to support Milan. Of course we will. Let's not point things out that we already know, okay? But what we do know as well is that the rest of the football world looks at us as a team that was once, like, just for the short time that we finally got back on track, we were able to be a good project. We could find players. Now it seems like we're going to struggle because the people at the top are all rookies. Forlani was not a sporting director.
Stop there. Stop fucking there. Davey. we're struggling to find players. They're blaming Cardinale. This is what I'm getting from everybody. Did Maldini not struggle to get players? I love you, Maldini. Te voglio bene come everything. Did he not have problems signing players?
Of course.
So to put the blame on Cardinale, and again, you guys think that Cardinale wakes up every morning, let me log on and take care of my beloved. Cardinale has other problems and other fucking concerns too. I'm not defending him. I'm not saying this is a great project of his, but what say you, Davey? I'm trying to have a debate here, right, with Bagel Boy. We're trying to.
Bagel Boy.
I fucking love you guys. No, but I'm trying to give the arguments, and I see all the comments. And guys, I'm not saying you guys are wrong. Vinny is right. Fabio is right. For me, it's like until, you know what Marcello even said, Presidente. Forget at the end of the mercato until May 2024, where the results are in, because le risultati sono le sole cose che contano, right? Where do you stand here, Davey? Nice mustache, by the way.
Thank you. Listen, I agree with what you just said. In the end, we have to wait till next season. We have to see what the results come in. We cannot think that a guy will spend $1.3 billion just to tear it down. The guy is investing money into the club. Now, Tonali, as for Tonali's concerned, if he truly didn't want to go, all he had to say was no to the contract, and he wasn't going to be sold. Now, who would say no to $10 million, to $9 million? Compared to 2.5, you'll be an idiot not to say that. You have to think about yourself. You have to think about your family. In the end, it is what it is. That bandiera is not going to pay your bills at the end of the month. $2.5 million, $10 million for us. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah,
you know what I think, Dave? You know what I think is that he struggled with that decision. But here's where his counter arguments was like, well, you know what? I'm making 4 times the salary. I'm helping Milan getting money in their pockets. I'm helping Brescia. Sure. And you know what? Maldini's not there anymore. So it's not. I don't feel as bad. Why is that so hard to think?
Listen, but look, even Marco says, if we're just waiting to the end of the season to judge everything, then why are we even talking now? What does it matter? The idea is that, guys, they're showing you who they are. Ninka, don't you guys ever heard the term?
And if they sign 2 fucking top players, what are they going to show you?
Where?
But
who?
It's June 25th to
You're doing nothing. You're lucky if you get one, and somehow we don't fuck it up.
Guys, let's wait till the beginning of the season, see if we get anybody, and then we can continue talking again and have the arguments. If we sell Tonali for 80 million and we turn over and we pick up, listen, at the end of the day, Tonali's not gonna win us games. If we could get 2-3 players that could score goals and put them back at the net, and we replace Tonali by a mediocre player that could just stop a ball, like Krunic, that you guys like to fucking say, you guys, he's the best of the best. If he's so good, step up to the fucking plate now.
Nobody says that, Davey. It's a joke. They're mocking Krunic. Krunic is just a player who's a utility player. But you don't mock somebody like, oh, he's a piece of shit. Like, he's valuable, not as every game starter.
Now it's going to be fucking up to the plate. Now he's got to fucking play in and play out. He's got to play every other game. We're going to get guys to score goals, to feed the goals from the wings. And if that happens, guys, I don't want to hear another fucking word again, because you know what sucks? That we're Milan fans and we're struggling with Tonali was a Milanista, was a bandiera, and we have to get rid of it. In the end, we need this fucking money. If Jerry Cardinale is so cheap that he doesn't want to invest more than 50 million, plus his 80 million, minus would give back to Brescia, whatever,
David,
it's going to be 100 million.
If
we don't...
If they don't use the 80 million,
yes, then I'll
have a problem.
Yes, of course.
But you guys want Fratese? The idea is that SMS. If we don't get but are we all so drunk off Fratese that we think he's better than Tonali?
No, but he's showing improvements from this season. So to invest 20, 30, 40 million.
These guys, it's Sassuolo. The price goes up. Once they see the Milan number on the call waiting, they say, nope. It's 50 million now.
Inter offered 30. He said yes to Inter, just like Tonali did. And now we're probably going to have to offer more to get him to say yes. If that happens and we structure the team a bit better and we get wingers, we get everything, and guys, this season turns around, no one's going to be saying nothing. It's obviously in the moment we're arguing because we're divided by being a bandiera and wanting the team to develop and be a lot better than it already is.
But David, I go back to, I'm trying to have a conversation for facts that we know. And I'm trying to compare it to Benacer, to Tonali. And the only difference in this conversation is that the emotional part that we have with Tonali. Guys, I know I know for
Yeah,
myself, it
this
was
would make
hard.
me-
Donnarumma,
This would
Donnarumma
make me
really,
feel better. Sign
Donna-
Fofana.
yeah,
Sign Fofana. At least. Get us
Donnarumma
some
really
player.
hurt me. Donnarumma really hurt me when it happened. And I remember Steve telling me, he goes, "Are you serious, Vinny? You're getting attached to a player, right?" He did what he did, and in the end, we've said it. It's 10 years, guys. We're online. L'ere delle bandiere is over. The Maldinis, the Baresis, the Tottis, and we keep on talking about that. This is a business now. The emotional part is everything, guys. Sorry, but no, I get you. The emotional part is good, but for us to be emotional about Tonali leaving before the transfer market is over, guys, that's what I'm trying to say is that at the beginning of the season, if we didn't sign anybody and they pocketed that 80 million, right? Yes, probably what happened. Guys, do you not remember 2012 when we sold against their will Ibrahimovic and
Thiago Silva.
thank you very much. We did it because we needed to. I still believe that this sale was done because it was too good to pass up. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong,
Like, who's
Milan.
gonna offer us 80 million?
But guys,
you're not gonna say no to
The
80
money
million.
idea is fine, but if you had to look in the term of everything, are you telling me Tonali would have been the first guy you sold? No.
But if they came knocking,
Our
Fabio.
midfield, I'm sorry. Go looking for somebody else. Tell them no. I need over 100. You really go crazy. If they would have got like 100, 110 million, then it's like. But that's the idea. You could have got that for Teo.
Tonali's
you could have
first
got
year, what
money
did he
for
do?
Tomori,
Tonali.
not for
Fabio,
Tonali.
answer me this.
Who's
His
our
first
best
year,
midfielder as of the last game?
Benacer.
Oh,
Benacer.
okay. So
By far.
if Benacer started that game,
Let me ask you something.
Benacer started that last game.
Let me ask you something.
What-
Tonali.
But nobody's answering my question.
Hold
Did
on, hold on.
Benacer
Listen,
start that
let-
last game? No.
Tonali was a factor
he's
in
hurt.
us winning the Scudetto 150%.
Yes, just as
Last
much as
year.
Benacer.
Last year, did he have more bad games than good games? And you want to go back and watch, and
He
Steve is
also
very
has an
critical.
injury. He's injury prone. Yes, I don't listen.
Is
don't.
Tonali a game changer in AC Milan 2019?
No, but he's a workhorse. He's a workhorse.
and
he's
we
a
got 80
workhorse.
million for him.
Yeah, but
We
got
got
We
80
didn't have
million.
anybody, even like it looks like we're going to sign or in our system already, that is going to replace said guy. Because I don't know if you guys noticed, but he was number one on the depth chart. He's always available. He plays every freaking game. And yes, occasionally he will score a goal or two. Sometimes they're in super important games and he fights and he was able to do that. Listen, you can't say what they could do. You have to do by what they have done. All right, that's how
Is
it
the
is.
fucking Mercato over?
Vincenzo, the way it looks like for us, it's never going to start.
The way it looks. So who the fuck
The
are
way
you?
it looks, it's never
Who the
going to
fuck
start.
are you to judge the situation before the Mercato is over? You think
It's-
I'm not pissed off? I'm
how
pissed off
come
about
every
I'm
other
pissed off about
team
everything.
has a fucking slam dunk already? I'm sorry, Pa. The F's are gonna fly. I have to calm
I'm
down.
pissed off. I'm
But
even fucking smoking on the air.
how many players to other teams need to get signed before you guys start getting angry that your club is doing nothing? Nothing.
So let me. Okay, so
It's optics.
Let's talk
Vincenzo, everything in the world, right, is a lot of like different factors all coming together. But the thing you can control, for the most part, if you try, is optics. You don't give your fan base anything to be happy about since the moment Zlatan walked through that door.
transfer is
Every
not over. Transfer
damn
is
day.
not
Vincenzo,
over. Transfer
if you
is
want
not
to please
over.
your fans, you better care about them and what they've done to the fan base because they're stupid. They don't put nothing out on social media. I can't wait. We're all joking. Oh, I wonder what they're going to do for Maldini's birthday. I don't know, but I'm petrified. I'm petrified because these people don't know what they're doing over there right now. So let's get it together, please. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
Milan
so I'm
needs
gonna
to do something good.
I'm gonna give you a bit of
You know what?
background.
I want to respond
Not-
to this. I want to
not
respond to
your-
this. Sorry. Take. You
Go
know,
ahead.
Sankal, I don't know who you are.
These guys, don't give in to these guys.
No, I don't want to. You know what? No, because it's all fine and dandy. For me, being a Milan fan is being a Milan fan, not a player, le colore, right? You're entitled to your opinion. I think I'm not a Milan fan. I got a fucking tattoo with red and black fucking veins.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so no. Let me
We just
respond.
have different
Let
point
me
of views.
fucking
Doesn't make
respond.
us more or
Let
less
me
a fan.
respond. Let me respond. I'm trying to make sense of what is going on. I'm trying to make sense. Am I pissed off? Of course I'm fucking pissed off. Am I pissed off about Maldini? My boyhood fucking legend getting treated like that? Of course I'm fucking pissed off. But in the end, the results is all that counts. And I cannot make an opinion on what is going on right now until the end of the Mercato and until the end of the season. Fabio is right to being pissed off because he feels the way he does. I'm pissed off and I'm just trying to justify. I'm trying not to justify. I'm trying to understand. I'm not saying this is a good decision for the club.
That's why
guys.
you're a doctor. You're trying to understand the issue. I
Dave.
got you. I understand.
Okay,
Thank
so
you,
guys,
Panji.
I'll tell you something. Last year, Napoli waited 2 days before the Mercato closed to sign Raspadori, Simeone, and I'm not going to try to pronounce
Double
it.
K.
Double K. The last 3 days, they got all three. They were negotiating, and you know De Laurentiis how he is. He's the cheapest guy in the world. This guy's gonna squeeze until the ego and the fucking quarter screams. That's how he is. So he made sure he gets everything. Cardinale could be the exact same way. Cardinale is not gonna fucking get until he gets the best deal possible. So let's wait. Give it. In the end of the year, at the end of the season, the Mercato is over and nothing happens. Trust me, we're gonna be more frustrated than we are. You're gonna probably blow a gasket, Fabio. I'm
always right there. That doesn't take
hair in my head. Vinny's probably gonna be chain smoking 2 cigarettes at a time. But in the end, we have to take it as it is. We have to see how it goes. Right now, as it stands, we're actually doing something we haven't done before. We're actually selling a player before he fucking walks out on us for free. I'm not saying Tonali would have done that.
No,
we had like 3-4 years left with him.
Yes, exactly. So let's see where this goes. Oh, sorry.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Is that we're allowed
see
to be
this
mad,
goes.
guys. We're allowed to
Because
be mad.
let's say Leao goes for 150 million.
Leao is the understandable one. He's
Yeah, but
going to
that's
get
the
175. He was at the last year. That
but if
makes
we lose
sense.
If we lose him, who the fuck do we have? And we
I don't
get
know, somebody. But
That's
for 170 million,
Guys,
you can find somebody.
He left.
Finally.
He left the
Finally.
group. He left the group
Finally.
and he's here. Guys, I just want to say before I get Colin on, love the
Colin,
jacket,
how are
buddy.
you, man?
Look, I get what I get what the comments are saying. For me, it's because I cannot make an opinion on what's going on until the end. And I get what we don't have a replacement, this and that. I'm pissed off for both situations, but in the end, I'm just trying to wait until something happens. Calling my brother, joining us. I know he got off of social media a little bit, and we've always respected each other on our different opinions. And this is what the Milan Weekly Podcast community, the Patreons, we do have a civil war going on. That's my ideal civil war going on in the group. But, we're always able to say our opinions. And yes, we're going to have trolls and whatever the case may be. But Colin, what say you, man? How you feeling? Tell me, where do you stand?
As I said at the very start, we have to wait to see how the Mercato goes. We have to see who we get, how well the players integrate, and then wait until, let's say, maybe November time, to make informed, how to say, like,
But
judgment
Colin,
on-
this doesn't tickle you in the wrong way, everything you've seen in the last 3 weeks.
it does, yeah. It
I think
does, yeah.
Colin is like me. He's hurting. I'm hurting too, guys. Maybe people don't understand. He's hurting. Ponji saying, Vinny, they have to respect the fans as well. 100%. But guys, at $80 million, I am sorry, guys.
If it's about $80 million, there's 2 or 3 other players you could have attempted to.
Listen,
So,
the way they handle Maldini, you think they give a shit about anything else?
that's the problem.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
All right, Davey.
Colin, it's just that for me, it's like I get everybody's frustrations. And it's kind of, I developed this defense mechanism after Donnarumma, and that's when we're talking with Steve, and he used to laugh at me, right? He used to laugh at me the way we handled that situation. Is like, are you serious? Like, it's a player. And Steve is very cold on these kind of stuff.
But is this really optimism? I just have to ask. Is this really optimism that you guys have? Do you have optimism, or is it
Yes,
just
I
like
do.
you're cautious?
I'm
Optimism?
because nothing's happened so far. Tell me that they
That
took the
should
80
make
million.
you feel not optimistic.
Colin, are you with me? If they took this 80 million and they do nothing during the mercato, then we'll have another conversation. Am I wrong?
To put that money, because like we need to get a player of equal ability or better. We definitely need to do it.
With the sell of Tonali, yes, we've lowered the quality of the team 100%. And I go back to Serie A teams. It looks like it being a feeder system right now, right? They need to make money. Serie A is never going to make as much money. And that's another point where Steve keeps on saying, if this continues in 5 years, we're not going to have any Serie A to watch on TV. And it's fucking sad to think of all the, not just Milan, look at all these transfers. But for me, it's just like, let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. If they don't do anything, guys, then we'll have every fucking stats and facts in front of us, right, to complain. And then at that point, it's just like results matter. Results matter.
Fix my Milan, like Steve says. Fix my Milan. Right now,
make Milan great again, right?
Right now,
Guys, they're not making Milan great. They are progressively trying to figure out. I don't know if it's on purpose, because I want to believe it's on purpose. Because honestly, if this was out of stupidity, it's even scarier.
From today on, yes, they're bad. Because if Tonali's out the door, as of today, you're right. You're absolutely right.
What Ponchi are all writing. Why didn't you tell Tonali's the news could have waited until you signed somebody? Then at least the fan base could have said, "Oh, okay, look, we have somebody already coming in. It's guaranteed."
Nothing's official yet, guys. Nothing is official yet. These are all people talking, news reporters. Fabio.
All right, David. This is like when you're on your computer and you're at 99% loading. You're almost there. That's basically what this is. Unless somehow electricity goes off or your computer decides to die, then it's going to come.
What's the player that was standing with the jersey of Milan and then he never came to Milan? Who was it? Vinny. Listen,
look.
So far, all you see is computer-generated pictures of Tonali with Newcastle. Until I see him holding it up, doing this, or God forbid if he does this, then I'll believe.
I get it.
No, he better not do that. He better not go nowhere near that.
Let me throw it to Colin. Colin, with this day and age of clickbait and all these stories, Tonali's crying, and I'm like, okay, so you're telling me that in the dressing room, the agent walked into the dressing room, told him that he's got an offer from Newcastle. He broke down in tears in front of all his fucking teammates.
No.
Could it be true? Not be true? Then you have other rumors. For me, I just want to go on facts, guys. The facts, right? And I'm not a Jerry defender. I'm just trying to say, to me, just solo il Milan.
We're never going to know.
Show me what you're able to do. Colin, I know you got off of the chat. Not that, our chat is not the worst because there's a lot of worse chats out there. But it's just, it's just, guys, can we wait?
He did his medical already, guys. It's going through.
The medical went off. The medical was suspended.
The medical wasn't set because he had to play the game with France, and after that, he set it off. It's not official yet, guys.
Anyways, Colin.
Exactly. That's the past the medical. He still has to pass the medical, and I'd say those reports that he was actually called into a meeting with the management of Milan, told that he want to sell him, to Newcastle there for 80 million or whatever, I think he did actually take one hit for Milan there, where he didn't want to go, because he was one of these young players that wanted to be at Milan for the next 20, 30 years, to make a name there for himself. But, right now, we have been criticizing Milan for the last, I'd say, 8, maybe 9 years, for not making any gains on any of the sales that we have made. And this is the first time that this has happened, right? And everyone is up in arms over it as well, still, because, okay, if we don't sell the likes of Hernandez, Tonali, we don't sell the likes of Leah, Look, we are not going to make any money on any of the sales.
I mean, if you needed to sell somebody, I could give you like 5 players that you could come up with, right? That makes sense, that are understandable in your mind. But I guarantee
for how much? 5 million each? Not even 2 million each.
Enough money for all.
Tomori is going to get $2 million.
Why would you want to sell Tomori?
Because you could actually listen. We found Chow for less than what, 10 million less.
I'm gonna go.
You can replace the center back. You can, but you can't replace your best midfielder. And listen, the optimism that baffles my mind right now that you guys have in what you've seen, right? Just look at the red flags, guys. Everybody, when things happen in your life, there's always red flags. You could have seen it coming. And this is coming like this. Guys, this management are a bunch of rookies. We are losing our way. If you would have sold anybody else, it would have been okay. You could have justified it. But of course, Milan doesn't come out. They don't say anything. Like, first of all, it's not even 100%, like we've all said a million times, but for the love of God.
But again, you just said like
Tomori, Deo, Real, even Mignon. There's 4 more you can buy, you can sell before you get to Tonali.
Okay, we already have established midfielders.
First of all, I want
not
to
as good.
Who?
Not as good, but we have guys that we use.
Are you talking about Dr. Pobega? I don't know what his PhD is in, but it's not in football. All right,
let me go back. Let me go back to the original. Let me go back.
Benacer is hurt until November, December, possibly January.
Benny is healthy. If Benny is healthy, okay. No, but guys, let's be honest. If Benny was healthy and he would have got sold for the same amount of money, why wouldn't you have a problem with it?
I would have more.
You're letting your heart dictate your opinion, guys.
Yes, I agree 100%.
You think I like thinking this way, guys? You guys think I like thinking?
No, you're trying you're trying to rationalize what you see. But why do you rationalize crazy people? They don't know what they're doing. He bought a team. He didn't even do some goddamn research before you purchase something. Is it crazy?
How do you know this?
Exactly.
How do you know
he said it. He said it. He said it on an interview 2-3 years ago. I didn't even know who Milan was. Oh, great. And you know what? By firing Maldini and doing everything you're doing, you're telling me you don't know nothing about what you own. Guys, if he's as rich as everybody thinks he is, he does not live in reality. You people need to come to reality with me. All right? You guys were all of normal means. These people are on another level. All right? Because this guy bought a team and he's the head man at Redbird, and he knows nothing about the sport, and he knows nothing about the team. This is, I say it all the time, I'm allowed to say it because I'm the only one on the panel, this is American arrogance at the highest point. You go in, you buy something, and you know nothing of what you purchased, but you like it, I want it, I got it. Boom. And so, Maldini, who the fuck are you, guy? You think you're better than me? You're out. Fuck you, gone. Boom. Did you think he fucking even researched how much Maldini meant to the club? His father, his son's still on the fucking team. And that's it for Billy Beans and everything else. Guys, wake up. This is not going to end well, okay? For $80 billion. Did you see Badir's video? If you guys don't follow Badir, follow him. He's also sometimes a separate a lot of shit. But Badir's going crazy, and he's 100% right.
Okay, he's going crazy.
These people don't know what they're doing, and we need to realize our team is out of control.
Isn't over. Jesus fucking Christ.
And you know who you're going to get? You're going to get bottom of the barrel guys, because everybody else is going to look at your club and say, you know what? We don't want to go there. Because look what you do to your players. Look what you do to your legend. You don't give a shit about nothing. Why the fuck would I go over there?
You read into the future, so you know exactly where we're going to be.
Yes. And the lottery numbers are 3, 6.
Hold on, I have a point to give across Fabio out of this whole rant that he said. He said something very interesting. He says, there's a bunch of amateurs, guys that don't know nothing about the club, running the club. Fabio, answer me this. Before Maldini, did he have any experience being a technical director?
No, and I think his proof... guys. Okay, excuse me. Let me answer this question, all right? Let me tell you something. When I got plumbing work at my house, you know what I do? I look up a mechanic. All right, I look up a mechanic and say, hey, you've been doing mechanic work for 10 years. You want to come in and be my plumber now? What are you guys joking? Furlani was a fucking hedge fund man. He was a manager of a portfolio. That's all he was doing. Now, in less time, I've taken shits longer than he's been on the job. And him, and if he doesn't have a fucking mouth and he says he's a Milanista, we'll go over there and tell Cardinal what you're doing to the club is unacceptable. Unacceptable because we've destabilized everything. Somebody needs to get this American to wake up. If he's not the one answering it, and this is Furlani, and maybe Pioli's on the phone. He's doing T-Mobile commercials now, him and AT&T. Oh, I'm on the phone for 8 hours, and I have signal all the time. Like, are you fucking kidding me? How long is this guy on the phone? He doesn't close no deal. And then Doran goes, he's right there. He's right there, right at the finish line. Inter comes and swoops him. The optics, guys, the optics. We look like an embarrassment. We look like the little brother. Okay. Inter beat us in the Champions. They beat us in the Supercoppa. We need to wake up, guys, before Inter gets another Scudetto next year.
Stop. I'm going to say to Colin. You say we look like embarrassment because we can't sign players.
My question.
No, hold on, Dave. Dave. I'm going to ask. We look like an embarrassment. We can't sign players. Botman, how long did we, Maldini, how long did we talk to him? And he decided to go to... No, stop.
You can't. It's not the same
if you're going to argue something, argue with fucking facts. Colin, you seem like the calm, and look at this guy. He's not drunk yet. He's an Irishman. Look at him.
Colin, you better be taking some shots or something, some beers.
Is it time yet?
It's 4 o'clock. It's almost 5 o'clock. And
you know what I love? You know what I love about the comments? They actually think we're all fighting. Guys.
Guys. First of all, Vincenz, before you go on, I'm going to just tell everybody because we haven't mentioned it yet, and we are bad people on YouTube for not mentioning it. Guys, if you appreciate everything we do, and just another thing, don't call Vinny or Davey like they're not Milan fans because they disagree with you. That's not the case. Everybody thinks however they think, but Vinny takes a lot of time, and he's taken a lot of time of his life putting shows out for us to all talk and meet. Davey too. Davey's always one of our patrons. I always joins.
You as well.
All right, guys. If you want to help, though, do us a favor. You haven't already subscribed to the channel. Make sure you hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get everything up to date. That's how it is. But continue on.
And subscribe to our Patreon if you want to come on and have arguments with us.
For the love of God, please get on here. Otherwise, it would have been me and Vinny, two doctors yelling at each other today.
I feel people are paying us $3 a month, not for like I used to share videos. People are paying for the WhatsApp group and to be able to come on to this.
It's worth a cup of Joe, I'll tell you.
But Colin, man, give us. You've been taken off. You took yourself off of the the group because you want to be cool.
He's still there. He's in the background.
Vinny, Colin, are you more? I think you're like on my side where we're still pissed off. We don't understand, but we're just like, okay, show me what you got. Show me what you got.
List as well, because like I'm a bit like Steve as well, like I am able, to take off my Milan jersey and analyze exactly what is happening from a business thing as well, So, but I do understand exactly where the likes of like Fabio is, because okay, like we don't know exactly what's going to happen. It looks as if like I just said as well, the optics say that like we haven't actually done a good job so far, and you're right, we haven't, and I think that has to be addressed as well.
And I just feel a lot of the comments that we've been reading is that we're gonna suck, we're not gonna do Champions League, and again, those comments would be valid is if just like in 2012 when we got rid of half the team and we didn't sign anybody, those comments were valid. And at that time was, well, let's see the results. No, Kevin Constant was not going to win us a Serie A's Scudetto. But in this kind of point, it's like, yes, it sucks. I don't like this decision. I understand it because it was too good to be true. But for you guys to come out and say that Cardinal is here to demolish the team.
No, he's like an animal in a bull in a china shop. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's just thrashing things around.
That's very racist, by the way. And we're
Is
gonna
it
cancel you
the
for-
whole bulls, cows? Who is it racist to?
Look, in the end, you know what? If people talk about Thuram, let's talk about Thuram right now. Davey, for me, what my discussion was is that I'm not going to discuss how does Milan negotiate 3 weeks with a guy and he goes to Inter after a day, because it happened in the past under Maldini. So I'm not going to discuss that. I'm going to discuss how, okay, so we offered him 5. He took 6 at Inter. And to me, my counter argument was like, what is a Thuram coming into the dressing room being paid more than Leao would do to a dressing room? That's how I try to justify it, right?
Well,
But is he worth more than that? The kind of money? What are you?
he's
What
not
are your
worth more than
feelings?
Leao, that's for sure. But Turnham, whatever his fucking name is. Sorry, I don't like to butcher guys' names. He was already negotiating with
It's
Inter.
what we do here.
He was already negotiating with Inter in the winter mercato. So he already had some talks with Inter. It's not like he just popped up. Oh, let me go to the rival of the guys I've been talking to us. He passed up on PSG because he knew he wasn't going to be playing at PSG. He passed on RB Leipzig. Sorry, Colin, your mic is cutting off. What'd you say?
Yeah, so they initially started talking back in 2021, right? So he had a well-established relationship with Inter well before he had it at
Exactly.
Milan.
So there you
All
go.
right, that's great that you guys know that. But let me ask you a question: how many reports did you see about him in Inter in the last 3 weeks? How many did you see?
I'm gonna say 2 words, and I'm gonna get close to the microphone. Jeffrey Kongombia. When everybody freaked out that we lost him. So who knows? Maybe Thuram is gonna suck. But go on.
No,
Dave.
you're probably right, but the idea is that Milan's talking to a guy for like 2-3 weeks, and in 24 hours, Inter, if they've been talking to him for a year and a half or 15 minutes, I don't give a shit. All right. The point is that it looks like they swooped in and stole the player from us that we've wasted 3 weeks talking
That's
to.
worrisome,
And
because-
Gio's joke: these guys on the phone all day. You know, the wife's like, "Who the hell are you on the phone with?" Oh, it's Pioli again. You know, this guy, I can't get him off. Are you kidding me?
Let me throw this. Is that not worrisome? Forget Thuram, but it happened with Botman. Is this not worrisome that, people want to say that Maldini would have brought these players here? Okay, it might be right, it might be wrong, but
Botman, they offered more money.
No,
Again,
but
we're dealing with the same thing.
What the fuck did they do to fucking Thuram? They offered him more money. So
Yeah,
don't
they
tell me
offered
it's a
him $1 million.
Cardinale
No,
thing.
but this was a free agent compared to dealing with a club. Okay, this was
Yeah,
a
but they
club.
offered
You were
Turnham-
dealing with his club and Newcastle behind trying to get the club to agree. They agreed to more money in the transfer. That's why they got Botman. All right,
How long
Yeah.
did we go with CDK?
CDK was all
a long time. Again,
was the whole summer. The whole
whose
month
fault was that?
CDK.
Who was a part of the management then? Furlani was already wasn't here yet, right? Because he didn't come until exactly. And do we have to blame them now? Let me tell you, what does them doing that before have to do with the people who are in charge now?
If you're not gonna blame Maldini,
Maldini's been fired. Maldini's been fired. It's over. The guy already suffered his faults for Milan.
Fabio, listen to me very carefully. If you're not gonna blame Maldini for CDK, you cannot blame management now for fucking Thuram. That's it.
But they signed CDK. It's different. At least they closed the deal. It doesn't matter. It took 3 weeks.
Okay,
All right.
never mind about
Again,
CDK.
you're dealing with the club. This was
CDK,
dealing with a manager and what do you call it? Not the manager. Excuse me. The agent and the player directly. That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing. Right. When you're a free agent, you're just dealing with the player and his agent. They probably want a bonus, everything else. But when you're dealing with somebody else's club, the club is taking offers from other people. It's not just you. It's the same thing technically as an agent, yes. But with the players, if you only have 30 million and Newcastle says, well, I got 40. Well, fuck you. Why am I sending you to Newcastle, to Milan for? I need that extra 10 mil so I can buy somebody else. It looks like it was to pay Tonali this year. I mean, this is what I'm talking about.
You know what I see Colin right now? I see him as Thanos. He's there sitting down with his hands like
run from
yes.
it.
Look at us all.
Jerry Cardinale is
I think,
inevitable.
I think Colin is like me that at heart, dude, you're pissed off, but you're trying to to try to understand these kind of decisions. And maybe you're a hopeless romantic like me that's like, well,
My
let's
especially not to get as annoyed as Fabio. That's all. You know.
that's all. Well, Fabio's a very, you know what? That's
That
where I'm
doesn't
getting
mean
off my
everything annoys me pretty quickly. Well, when you grow up in New York, it's everything is just how it is, man. It's how it is.
So in the end, guys, I think we should have a conversation like this at the end of the Mercato and see what happens, what they do. I do not believe that Redbird and Cardinali are here to demolish the team and not make any money. They want to stay in the Champions League. I've read some parts that Magna, Tio, they're untouchable.
You didn't give us heartburn daily. Are you fucking out of your goddamn mind? You gave me heartburn for 4 years, 3 years that he was with us. Are you fucking? What are you talking about?
And I will say,
Listen, you must have forgot the heartburn you got in May 2022. All right,
What?
that heartburn must have felt real good. You must have taken some antacids that day, huh? Get out of here! This is what I'm talking. It's the same thing about Krunic. A player who helps you win a title, you hold your tongue. All right, this is not Mario Mandzukic who comes over and has to donate his salary back.
Sure,
So-
no problem.
And now you're talking bad about Maldini. The guy won a Scudetto.
okay, let me ask you guys this.
Didn't win
One by
nothing,
one,
bro.
one by one. Let me ask you this.
Nothing. He wasn't on the field, Fabio.
Young-
Leave your
Yeah,
heart-
Let me
yeah.
ask you this.
He wasn't
Yeah.
on the field.
Guys,
Leave your heart
His
out of it.
soul was on
Guys,
that
I'm
field.
gonna fucking mute you all.
Even his blood.
Yeah, his blood is
When
in
Young
fucking
Hong-
Spezia, and he's
when
gonna stay
Young
in
Hong
Spezia.
Lee, when
Not
Young
scored
Hong
goal
Lee
in the
bought the
championship,
team, when Young Hong Lee bought the team, and he bought those 8 players,
Oof.
and we all, no, let me talk,
Yeah.
and we all got excited. We got excited of Bonucci coming to Milan.
Oh.
Were we not wrong with thinking that? Now, what's happening at Milan? Did Maldini get fucking mistreated? 150%. And we said it with Jan. Even though we try to justify the decision, justifying a decision does not mean, yeah, this is a good plan, right? But results is all that matters. So we were wrong with Hong Hong Lee. And I remember our friend Nima said, we'll pull over our eyes. We were fucking, we were swindled in that kind of deal. So now, right, people have a problem. And again, I go back to when I try to justify my decisions is that if this was Benacer, what would I feel? Because I don't want to put my heart into it. I don't. You don't think I remember the stories of Franco in New York meeting Tonali at random, sitting with Milan fans and everything? Yeah, un vero milanista. I hear that.
Oh, if I just may say one thing since you mentioned it. They waited for him all night at the bar, and he still showed up, all right?
Yeah.
And he was on vacation. He didn't have to do that, but he wanted to go because he heard about the club, and he went through. And he was such a nice dude that he went out to dinner with them a few nights later. Again, to spend another night of his own vacation with his girlfriend, with people that love him because of where he plays and share the same passion I'm sure he had. But guys, just understand what they did to Tonali. And yes, great. If somebody offers you 3 times, 4 times more money, right? Take the job. But now all your family is in another city far away. Everything you love, everything about that city that you care about, that you were in part of, that people cared about what you loved all your life. And they tell you, you know what? We really want to take the money. You should accept this offer. What are you supposed to do as a player? Are you supposed to sit there and cry? Please don't give me up. The fact that they would do it, the fact that they don't see your value, and all you've done giving up money the year before to earn the right to stay, and you're the first person they ship out after Maldini gets dismissed. And it's honestly, if Tonali is half a brain of looking at his phone and he's a normal 23-year-old person, he's going to look online and he's going to see everybody just destroying his team and feeling like maybe the people that are running where he works, he doesn't even know what they're doing anymore. And you expect the kid to say, no. If the people don't want you, of course you're going to leave, but you're like punishing him. Oh, he's getting 3 times, 4 times more. We shouldn't feel bad for him. you know what? If you were at a place that you loved and you were content with $1 million, and some other place said, I'll give you $5 million, but everything you love is going to be ripped away from you, and the other company's like, yeah, you should fucking leave. We would rather take the money and do other stuff. We don't believe that you're our future. Because when you sell a player, you believe that player is not a part of your future.
You're talking about your heart, dude.
And you're talking about your heart. No. This is sports. If you have no heart, your stadium is empty. Come on. Of course it's about heart.
I'm not debating that. But we got rid of guys like Kaká,
to go to Real Madrid.
Listen to me. Let me fucking talk.
So you guys rewrite history to fit your narrative.
Let me fucking
Tonali didn't go to.
We're being called Jerry apologists. Like I'm not a Jerry apologist.
No, I love it. Say it. You believe in Jerry right now.
Okay. Hold on. I'm going to throw it to Colin because Collins is there listening. People, it's a couple of comments that we heard. Results is not all that matters. Why should I watch Milan? First of all, my answer to that is like because Milan is my team. I'm going to follow them through thick and thin. And I think if I was following them in the 70s, I would have followed them in Serie B. But if Milan somehow, some way, make it to Champions League once again and battle for the Scudetto, I'm sorry. Is that not all that matters? Colin, what say you, man?
I know it is all that matters, yeah. You know, but I can see it from both sides. Like I can see it from your side, I can see it there from Fabio's side as well. Like it is a business at the end of the day because, like, unfortunately, that's what sport is now. Like it is a business at the end of the day. So they are in it, to make money. This is American owners who have actually spent 1.2 billion on the club so far. They are not going to want to make any loss on any investment so far.
Great job.
Yeah. So basically, we have to just wait to see what the plan turns out to be.
Yeah.
I think at the moment it doesn't look good. But you see, the thing that is really wrecking my head, especially about the Thuram thing, is how the hell can Inter afford that? Inter has another million in debt. And right, so we had 240 million in debt when we had Mirabelli and Marco Falzoni. What happened? The wave it came down was like a ton of bricks. And Inter are absolutely untouchable now.
Sorry. That was my fault.
Fabio.
My fault. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Colin. I'm sorry.
And guys, Gunardi has officially joined the WhatsApp group. Welcome, Gunardi. Get ready for the shenanigans. And we're being called Jerry apologists. I'm just trying to figure out when in this conversation that myself or Davey or Colin said, I'm defending Jerry. I'm not defending Jerry at all. I'm trying to justify in my own head the reasoning for the decisions. And again, the Mercato is not over, but I love it. When was the last time with a Patreon group therapy with 66 live viewers? Thank you, Milan, for giving us controversial topics to talk about to get our big YouTube money. What are we getting, Fabio? 13 cents an hour or something?
I don't even think it's that high. If you want to help and you want to be a part of the channel, the most important thing you could do is either become part of us on Patreon, join the WhatsApp group. All the money goes to great causes. We almost never use it for the channel. We're always giving it away to people that need it. So every dollar that you donate really helps in everything that we do here.
Note, if anybody didn't know, we did donate from the Patreon family $400 donation to a local soccer club to go into a tournament that's happening in Ottawa. We donated one of our Milan Club Montreal members was doing a little soccer tournament for the Breakfast Club for kids here in Montreal. We donated another $60 to that. So thank you. No, we're not living lavishly through your patronage on.
I mean, if you guys want to donate stuff, me and Vinny won't, and Steve and Gio, we won't say no.
But thank you guys. Thank you for I thank you for all that. And again, people might understand me on what I'm trying to get. For me, it's I'm just trying. It's Milan solo.
What do you think this?
Non si tifano
Sal-
le giocatore, si tifano
This is what
le
this
colore.
is. Become part of our Patreon. You get to be on the podcast. This is your moment to shine. We don't just take your money and say.
What did you produce, Fabio? You got a Newcastle fan in our MWP Patreon. I love.
Listen, I can't help other Americans around the country if they want to come listen. Listen, he's a Lazio and a Newcastle fan. As soon as he joined the chat, I said, "No, Steve, but I don't want that," and I kicked him out because I'm not taking no Newcastle fans right now.
But you know what, guys? It's all about trying to share. But I think nobody has gone after each other. It's a thing of trying to be able to debate, discuss. And here I am. I'm not agreeing with Fabio, and he's not agreeing with me. But are we here telling each other to go fuck themselves? No. Like, okay. Well, we would go to a bar right now.
Listen, that doesn't mean what you think it means, all right?
But if all four of us, guys, let's be honest. If all four of us were sitting at a table right now, we would have the same conversation. We would argue and bitch at each other, and in the end, we all.
But we'd be drinking and having a great time, though. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon.
Right? Hopefully in Dublin, because I hear Dublin they got good Scotch.
You know what? My wife's always wanted to go to Ireland, man. So we got to make it happen.
Colin, you know what? I told you it's on the bucket list. I need to come. I need to come to Milan Club Dublin, guys. I'm going to say this very quick story that I drink a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I love my beer, whatever.
I'm Vinny, and I drink a lot.
After the Derby in September, reached out to Mike from Milan Club Dublin. Unfortunately, Colin couldn't be there, but this is after the game. It's 11 p.m. We reach out to them. Guys, if you think you drink, no. Milan Club Dublin is on another level. They drank me under the table, and after that, they looked at everybody. Okay, you guys are ready to go out. What do you mean go out? We were outside. Okay, we're gonna go back and shower, and we're gonna meet you at the local pub.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm looking at my cousin. I'm like, but these guys are wasted out of their minds. No. They went back to the hotel. They got dressed up. They got cleaned up. Let's go to this rock and roll bar, and they were like fresh as daisies. Colin, I don't even know how you guys do it.
Yeah, we normally end up there until about 5:30 in the morning. So yeah, so it's tough.
Soon. Hopefully, we get together in Dublin. But guys, honestly, thank you to Fabio, to Davey, to Colin. I know, guys. Honestly, I love the comments because it's on both sides, and that's what produces great conversation. And we're able to discuss and debate, and that's where I think we have lost the art of debating and discussing, because in no way, shape, or form would it be Davey, Fabio, Colin saying our opinions that we say to each other, well, you're stupid for thinking like that. No, I said my piece. Fabio said his piece. He likes New York bagels. I don't understand. It's up to him, but to Davey too, like maybe being in the middle.
We can't go a minute without mentioning these godforsaken bagels. I mean, come on.
I'm coming to Long Island soon. I'm bringing you fucking fresh bagels,
Listen, I'll tell you the bagels are the best I've ever tasted if I get to have you hang out with me. Don't worry about
it. Montreal bagels. But guys, I think this is what's important.
You guys are lying at my face about how happy you are about Jerry, and I have to sit here and think it. That's
me and Davey. We're gonna call each other. Yeah, are you happy for Jerry Cardinal?
You'll love it. You'll love it. You guys are going to talk about that 80 million all week. Oh, guys, can you imagine who we're going to sign? Can you imagine who we're going to sign?
Oh, we got new Patreon. Who just joined Patreon? Is it who I'm seeing in the?
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's what we're talking about. It helps grow our channel, guys.
You know what? I think they just want to argue with us. And
fine, Davey. First of all, guys, I'm not supposed to be on the show. I'm on my own show. I come on because I love to see the Patreon people. But Davey, even Colin making the time now.
Yes,
this is what we're talking about, guys. This is your chance. We're not like other channels. We just take your money just to do whatever we want with it. We try to help people. And then more importantly, we try to give you an avenue that before the game, even now during the summer, when you see nothing in the Mercato, despite anybody on this channel telling you any different, you see nothing on the Mercato and the Milan's driving you crazy. This is your avenue, the Patreon group therapy sessions. It's for you guys. Come on here. talk your shit, eat a bagel while you're doing it if you want. I don't care. All right, but we just always have to thank Vinny, and when Vinny can't do it, either me or Gio always step in because we want to give the Patreon people. You donate your money, we appreciate you supporting our channel.
No, we do.
So we give you this avenue. Come on, if you're a Patreon, jump on the specials, man.
Guys, what do you think about Lukaku coming to Milan?
If he brings his girlfriend, I'm all for it.
Okay. You know what? I love it. Let's not finish here. Colin, let me throw this out to you. And thank you for everybody that just joined Patreon. We greatly appreciate it. And I love it how we're all adults and we can discuss, debate, be against each other on certain opinions, but never will we point fingers and go, fuck you and fuck you. We're all on the same page. Unless Husney. Husney's a very negative guy.
Husney's working on the dark side. We don't know where his alliance is.
We love you, buddy. Colin, take your Milan hat off. Lukaku.
Yeah, go on.
Would you? How would you take the news of Lukaku signing with Milan? And look, I get it. We like to make fun of him when he misses all the shots. The only reason we make fun of him for missing all that stuff is because he's an Interista. But he did make some goals for Inter. Would you accept that?
No, I wouldn't. Because he came out there last week and said that he wouldn't let you join Milan. He is all for Inter, and that's it.
I respect it. I gotta tell you, I respect that. See, he says more than Milan's management does. Comes out and says it straightforward. Nope, never accepting it.
He's the first player that, even though he's a quality player, I'm having a problem because of everything he said in the past, right? But now, this is not talking from the heart because he said, Juve, Milan, my. So if he does come to Milan, it's because he's forced to. Will he perform at his best?
No.
Like, Fabio, how about you? Let me ask you, like, Tonali?
No.
Lukaku.
Again, depends on the terms. If they say, look, we'll try to like get him on a loan for 2 years, maybe like obligation to buy for 30. So this way we could back out of it if he stinks. Like, fine, at least he's another option up front. And if you can turn that money to buying SMS, at least to put a good quality midfielder there. So, all right, you got rid of Tonali, but at least you have this guy now coming in, one big name that I'm happy with. I've always wanted Milinkovic-Savic. And then you at least get another striker. Obviously, Lukaku's not the guy I want. I like Openda or whatever, and he seems to be creeping up again in the talks. But it seems like everybody wants this Turkish kid. So at least appease me with that. Go get him for, I think his offer is only like 15 or 20 million. If you can't close the deal on 15 and 20 million, you fucking suck. You suck. There's no help for you, all right? And this whole management, Furlani, Giorgio, not Giorgio Armani, Giorgio Furlani, get out there and do something good, all right? I'm roofing it here. I can't. How many weeks do I have to deal with this bullshit? Are we going to go into August looking at Pobega and Krunic as our starting midfielders?
It's King Krunic, by the way. Get it right?
No, it's backup Krunic. Krunic when you're in a spot, not Krunic from the start. Krunic is the guy. No.
Vinny, Lukaku.
We're in
You
a
have a
spot
problem
now.
with it?
We're in a spot. Do I have a problem with Lukaku? Who said no to Lukaku? Lukaku's established. You have to say it two ways. Either because you're a Milanista and you've seen all the things he did with Inter, and he's an Interista at heart, he wants to stay in
That's
Italy,
a good point.
and you'd be like, what the fuck? Why would you want to come to us? But yet, as an established striker, who was the last time we had an established striker? Zlatan at 38 years old, Giroud at 36. We have Lukaku. Who would say no to Lukaku? For the right terms, like Fabio said, guaranteed I will take Lukaku in a heartbeat because right now we need a striker, regardless of what it is. Are we going to spend 15 or 20 million on a kid that could be crazy and could be an established, not just taking a chance? But if you tell me you have Turnham, Lukaku, who would you take? Everyone's gonna take Lukaku. I'm sorry. If someone says no, I'll take
No, you know what? And that's what I love
Guaranteed.
these conversations about is like, let's put it down. And I get Colin what he's saying, right? What bothers me is what he said. But then I go back to my own words and go, Vinny, are you talking with your heart? Or are you talking with your head? So
At the same time,
it comes down
at the
to
same time, Vinny, guys, you cannot blame Lukaku for saying what you have to say. He's playing for Inter. He has to make Milan look
Well,
bad.
now he's a Chelsea player.
what
He's not
look
an
at
Inter
caliber.
anymore.
Did
saying-
we complain
I'm
when
just saying-
Ronaldo came to Milan from Inter?
No, exactly.
How many
Yeah.
players came from Milan? Seedorf came from Inter. Fucking
So did
Pirlo.
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 Inzaghi. A lot of people came from Inter, guys. We cannot say that. Oh, we have to. Listen, when it comes down to it, we need an established player, regardless of where they come from. We have to be open to the possibility of them joining the team.
The worst thing he's got going for him is that he's Belgian, and I already have a quota of Belgians. And I don't want any more. The only Belgians I want are Stellas. All right, everything else can't come in right now.
Listen, there's only 2 Belgian players I would take in my team in a heartbeat, and that's De Bruyne and that's Lukaku. It's the only 2 guys. All the rest have to prove it. Like, look, there's even the kid Doku.
Salamakis?
There's even Doku that wants to replace a Salamaker side, another fucking Belgium. I don't know, man.
What I will say, guys,
We need more Brazilians in our life.
Let's finish this off this way. It's Sunday. Me and Davey, by the way, don't go out in Montreal today. It's very smoky.
Yeah, I know.
It's not good. It's
But
not
I'm,
good to go
I'm
outside.
working at 5 o'clock at the night.
You're working at 5 o'clock.
At this
To
fucking
Davey, Colin, Fabio, guys, I think we'd all agree on one thing. We're on your one side or the other. The only thing we want is il bene del Milan, our beloved Milan to, perform and to give us results. And that's what it comes down to. This is all hearsay. We love to talk about our opinions. And thank you to Milan to giving us all these subjects to talk about these controversial takes. And I think you guys, the one message I want to shout out to everybody, just the way we act on our WhatsApp group, is that you do have the guys, Fabio style, that's against this and fuck it. You have guys like on our side that's like, okay, I'm trying to justify this this decision. Not necessarily pro Jerry, but just trying to justify.
You're just trying to reason.
And trying to reason and go, it's not the end of the Mercato. What I love about this group is that none of us from any side told us to go fuck each other. And that's what's important, because in the end, we're all Milan fans.
Don't call me a Juventino. I will tell you to go fuck yourself.
You talk to your boy Gio about calling you a Juventino. What's on the cards for today, Fabio? Well, how's your day looking, man? What are you doing?
Today, I got a brunch with some friends. Just gonna hang out and do laundry. Same old bullshit, man. Shout out to USA for tying the game in the Gold Cup yesterday. Despite having a bunch of players, I had no fucking idea who they were. But good for them. They scored in like the 80-something minute, tie the game up. Gold Cup going on, baby. USA.
Davey, what's going on with you, man, today?
Going to work very soon, actually, and have to deal with all the Napoli fans making fun of us for getting rid of.
They're still celebrating, by the way, and they're still
they're still. I told them,
tell me you're a Jerry apologist.
33 years, never won anything. It's normal.
You know what? Tell him, like, I like ADL a lot. Like, he's making good decisions. He wants to sell Osimhen. He got rid of the coach. Tell him that. Like, get them talking. Maybe he'll tip you a bit more.
Yeah, they're talking about this new guy, Rudy Garcia. Oh, yeah, he's amazing. I go, where did he play? Where did he coach?
Roma. What did he do at Roma?
I know. I tell him all the time. Where did he coach? What was the last team he
You're
coached?
not getting any tips, Dave.
They're all looking up in the air like this. I go, Saudi
Dave,
Arabia.
yeah, you need tips. You tell him you're right. You're right.
Just go, yeah, Rudy
You're right.
Garcia.
This is why you should tip more.
Guys, Napoli people, fans don't tip.
They're crazy.
So I don't really care. I tell them straight as it is. They know me for who I am, and I tell them straight to their face. I go, so where did he? They're like, no, he coached. I go, Saudi Arabia. He should have stayed in Saudi Arabia because all the fucking players are going to Saudi Arabia right now.
There we go. Colin, what's on the schedule today? What time?
I'm gonna tell Presidente I'm moving to Saudi Arabia. He's gonna pay my rent.
3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Other than drinking, what's on the plans there for today?
I'll be watching the Italy under 21s in I say about half an hour. So I'll be watching
All
that.
right.
So.
Guys, and anybody that just joined the Patreon, I will be messaging you soon for all your questions. I'm going to send you the link to the WhatsApp chat. Just announce yourselves. And yes, Savo, I will be sending you this very, very soon. To Fabio, to Davey, to Colin, guys, thank you so very much for joining me. I just need to get some stuff off my chest. I love every single one of you because in the end, sempre, Forza Milan, even though, yes, an Interista vaffanculo. And
I
for
had
me,
it, Colin. That drew you in, even though you didn't see I was wearing it. We were connected.
and you know what? It's
We saw that T-shirt and also.
we've went through a lot worse in the banter era. Our older fans have gone through worse with the Serie B stints. We're gonna get through this. I know it, and I trust in the team. I'm gonna judge once again after I'm gonna judge somehow after the transfer window, and then I always said, me and Steve, 10 games in, we're gonna judge after that. In the end,
Fabio, I have something to say to you. Something just came in from Sandro Tonali's agent.
Oh.
Sandro is relaxed. He knows that when such big offers come in from such rich owners, it is difficult for both club and player to say no.
Davey, are you taking this as fact? You believe everything they put out in the press release like this? Come on. I mean, that's PR jargon right there.
That's his agent.
Of course. That's his agent, because that motherfucker's not playing. He doesn't wear the shirt. He doesn't care. All right. He's happy because he's getting more money. Yes, but of course. And it's not Sandro's fault. But the idea is that this is the club made this mistake. It's not Sandro. Anybody would take three times.
I'm trying to close off this podcast, and you guys are still fucking.
Sandro has to say no, and it's over.
The team doesn't want you. Your wife tells you, "I want you out of the house." You
Fabio,
say no.
Fabio, listen.
They got rid of Maldini.
Answer caliber.
Do you think Tonali is like, wow, they got rid of Maldini? I could be easily next. He's not stupid, Fabio. If they got rid of Maldini in such a bad fashion,
I guarantee Tonali had no fucking idea this was going to happen to him.
No, I don't think so either. But he had to have a kind of an idea. Be like, listen, they got rid of the biggest name that Milan ever had. He goes, who am I? Even though I'm a bandiera, even though I love this team to death, they could get rid of me very easily. And if he's not, then he's a bit. No, he should be thinking that way. And that should be to every fucking player, like CDK. This guy should be like, no, I better step
to close off.
I better against like your pride. You want to stay with your club. They just do it out of nowhere.
$5 million investment. CDK better step it up.
Listen to me very carefully. Then I really closing off this podcast. I need to answer new Patreon members. Thank you very much.
I still love you guys. I still love you, Fabio. I still love you.
Of course, Davey. Of course.
What was the bet you guys had made? That
Mario Mandzukic was going to score 3 goals in the second half of the season.
And then
3. And I'll tell you guys,
a Hakan shirt. So in the end, you know what? He has to.
First of all, how dare you refer to that shirt as a Hakan shirt? It has Vinny and Steve on the shirt. It was the first MWP shirt I could purchase. That was a great thing. All right, you gave me a shirt for free, and I appreciated it. But you thought in your delusional mind that Mario Mandzukic was going to score 3 goals that season. 3. And I'll tell you guys, go get a fucking bagel, all right, and hold it up, because that's the same number that he got. 0. I don't trust your take on football one bit. But I love you, and I hope you're always on here. But everything you say is not with a grain of salt. It's with the whole damn container until I'm dying for water, all right? No way.
At least Mario Mandzukic gave back something to the club. Unlike
it was robbery.
Guys, enjoy your Sundays. Colin, enjoy your Sunday evening. Stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. We don't know where we're going to be going on. Obviously, we're just going to wait for some more controversial news that we're going to be going on. Guys, thank you very much on the comments. Whether you're for us or against us, you're still here because, we're always going to respect everybody's opinion. We're not calling anybody out. For me, solo sempre, Forza Milan. And on that note, from Montreal to Dublin, from everywhere around the world watching us right now, ovunque sempre, Forza Milan. Ciao, guys.
Krunic starting 11, Fabio.